GSL. Welcome to GSL Daybreak.
All right, bottom left. I think he's the most standard style, textbook orthodox Zerg player. And he's been taken advantage of today so far by his opponents because of that. Can he overcome this situation? He is
starting curious.
And that is a tough situation there, which we can talk about more in a second. In the upper right, a guy who's prepared very well for his opponent, a PVZ master, one of the best in the world, hands down. His ID is
EGJYP Lady Core.
Ooh. You know, Curious is playing like so meta today, and it's not working at all. You know, if
he's
I had
playing
to,
like he's on the ladder.
If I had to assign a yes/no qualitative statement about his build against Marine King on Whirlwind, I would say yes. Right? Based upon the way Marine King plays, great build for that map. Should have been able to pick up an easy, cheesy win. Totally got hard countered. Just random luck. This last game, as far as builds go, if JYP had done any other build, then any other build that exists, guys. None have made 2 gates of milk. No, that doesn't exist. Any other build that exists.
Artosis is ignoring the other builds that nobody uses in Gold League.
Oh yeah.
Actually, even if
but if he had used anything else, Curious has double expansion before pool, and like he's meted once again into a great position.
Yeah.
And what other game has he played today? Well, he got double 11 racks and lost to it. So today is a day for Curious that he's not going to be too happy about. I mean, it's rough, man.
All right. Oh my God! He's gonna get that drone. Run!
Well,
that sucks. I thought he was gonna lose the drone. I was like, well, can things go any worse for Curious?
I know.
I guess they can. Next thing we know, that booth collapses on Curious and he dies. I'm like, God, Curious, I am so sorry.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, we'll see if he can maybe get a little bit better luck this time. JYP is hiding a probe at that third, man.
Oh, God, is he going to cannon rush again? He could.
He might. I think he's just going to wait and see. Because, see, that's a second hitting probe. Yeah, and he's going to utilize the gas, it looks like, as well.
Yeah.
Oh, my. Oh.
Oh.
Jeez Louise.
JYP, you are a sneaky snake.
Well,
and this is timed out perfectly so that the hatch, watch this, the hatchery is going to finish right the same time the cannon finishes, so there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh, God.
The Queen's not going to get there in time. Queen has arthritis. It hurts to walk off creep.
This is, well, poor Curious. Don't worry, he's the king of Code. He will fight the good fight through there again. If this, I mean, this doesn't necessarily mean it's over.
This isn't synced up right. No, look, I actually did it.
He might hit stop on it. No, he doesn't care if he cancels. Actually, I don't think actually he will cancel. I think he might be able to hold this. He's got
no. I was gonna say no. Actually, I don't think there's any way that he's gonna get that with 2 cannons like that.
Yeah, maybe. Well,
it's one of those things. He actually loses so much anyways. I can only imagine how pissed Curious is. This is like.
Well, this is
like everybody just studied him and is like, oh, well, all right, we can cheese you.
Think about the day you log on the ladder and just every single game you play, your opponent does exactly what kills you every time.
Yeah, you're just like, hard counter you with their stats. You're like, wow, that's just...
You're like, I guess that sometimes this just occurs.
Yeah. I guess world, it really isn't fair after all. Well, again, guys, like the previous game, if you force the... third base to cancel, or I mean, ideally you want to get it killed because that's just so much.
Yeah,
they oftentimes panic and send a ton of lings, and then they lose the lings, and then they lose the base, and it's just like complete total mess. But
man, and now he has like all these lings that he's made, nothing to really do with them. I mean, they're slow lings up against someone who has a wall. It's not a full all, but I mean, is he really going to try to run
funny when your
Ling's
pro
pass?
ideally what you want them to do is try to do an all-in against you because it's so easy to stop.
Yeah.
You just don't scout the third base. You're like, all in.
Yeah. That's so true. But you know what? Curious, he's going to go right up to the layer. He's getting all his gases. So it'll either be Muta or Infestor. It could be either one from here. It's hard to say which. With the Evolution Chamber, I'm leaning towards it being Infestor. But we will see.
Gateways coming up now. And again, especially on a map like this, it's not as big as Whirlwind. It's pretty straightforward how you play. I mean, you just do very standard. Prepare for anything else. Zerg's economy is in shambles.
And JYP actually has put his Twilight Council in the funniest place ever, man. I've never seen Twilight Council.
I know. I'm looking at that now, too, on your screen.
So, right now, the Zealot just learned a lot of information. 2 gases taken at the main base.
Uh-oh. Queens are slow off. Creep's going to have to catch up to him.
Oh, but he gives up. Because he's microing. So, he sees that it's Twilight Tech, at least, because that Twilight's in such a funny spot.
He's just going to go for Blink?
Yeah, he is. Well, you know, this bodes well for Curious, because he is going Ling Infestor. He's getting that melee attack, which is a good idea. It's going to help him to rip through those Stalkers a little bit quicker.
Warp Gate is just now finishing. He ended up getting that a little bit later because he had to do that cannon rush, in case you're wondering why that looks unnatural.
And, well, I mean, JYP's just keeping a little bit of map control here.
Oh, he might be able to block this off.
Yeah, Ling's speed is about to finish.
Oh, no.
Just barely not in time. He saw speed. Damn. And, well, he's going to kill a couple of these, it looks like. 1, 2, and that should be it. All right. So, now he's... Curious is just going to go for a lot of Lings. And
he's going to make some Zealots and attack down here.
He does have that +1.
I don't know if that was a good idea to make those Zealots while he's doing this Blink build. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what? I think he sees how many Lings were over on his side of the map. He's like, hey, he might not have anything at home. Which is reasonable. I mean, maybe he doesn't. But he does. And actually, he's going to make even more Zealots. So he's actually going to go with mass +1 Zealots in here against someone that he knows is on Ling defense. But with those 2 more Spines, that was a good move by Curious with those up instantly, I tell you.
Actually, you know what? This actually might end it. Look at the angle that he's at.
Is that a good angle indeed? But that's a lot of Lings with +1.
Over here.
Yeah.
Transfusion, but the Zealots are tearing through.
They are, but the Spines do finish, and Infestors are about to pop out.
And he's going to get the Spines. Oh, nice fungal. That's exactly what he needed there.
Yeah.
Gets that last one. More Zealots coming in here now.
That is a lot of Zealots being made.
I think he's got to... I don't think he can actually hold this one, though.
Well, the drone's coming out, surrounding him. So he will clean up the Lings.
He's just going to keep doing this.
He has Blink now, finally making a couple Stalkers. Blinking forward. He wants to pick off as many Infestors as possible.
All right, he's going to try to Blink over there. These Links not even being used. It's almost bizarre. Now, he did get, what, 3 Infestors?
He killed 4 Infestors so far. There's only 2 left. And at this point, he's making Archons, 3 Archons with +1 attack against Ling Infestor with no energy.
I gotta say, JYP really is a genius at this matchup. Like, he really gets it.
I tell you what, man. In fact, these are +2 Archons. Oh my god. 43 per hit. Just one shot in Lings all day. Alright, so this is... You know what, Tasteless? Sometimes you wake up and you're like, it's a beautiful day. And you go outside and you're like, it's a rainbow. And you look up smiling and a bird craps in your mouth.
Yeah,
that happens sometimes, Tasteless.
That's exactly what we're seeing here right now.
That's what has happened to poor Curious here today.
Well, I'm Curious is barely hanging on, but...
Yeah, I mean, he's still hanging on. We got to give him that. He's still alive.
Still Archons coming out here, though. If he keeps Proto boosting on those gates, he's going to have a ton of Zealots fall up by this.
Well, you know what? He's investing heavily into Archon Zealot, and there is a Roachhorn that just finished. So, you know what? Curious, if he can, like, cost efficiently crush these units, it's 2 base versus 2 base. And, he might be able to do
Well, if he gets some good bungles off on the Archons and Zealots, I mean, they're just not going to move.
That's true, but you have to do about 40 fungals to kill an Archon. It's a problem.
This is true as well. With Spine Colors here.
Okay, that's a good fungal. Gives him some time for his infested Terrans to pop out.
All right, he's getting closer and closer to these Archons. One does go down. And he's now melting these infested Terrans, getting closer and deeper and deeper in here. Stalker sniping down the infested.
That's right.
Oh my god. Okay, that should be GG now.
Yeah, Archon's going to the main. They're going to kill off the queens. They're going to go after the drones. There's a few roaches popping out, not enough to make a difference.
No, he's not even mining right now. He's running his workers away.
He's literally not mining at all.
And he's just
anywhere.
making stalkers now.
Yeah, as soon as you see the roach switch, go right into that. At least the Archon's got dealt with in the main, right?
Yeah, but he can just keep making continuously make stalkers now, which are better against roaches. As he will do that right now.
I tell you, as far as build order choices, this has been the most unlucky day for Curious out of anyone I may have ever seen.
Yeah, I think in all of GSL history for group stages, this is like by far. Yeah, that's not going to help you, Curious. Yeah, I mean, I've never seen a series where he just counters him directly. Everybody did. And you know what this really says is that he needs to change up his style. He can't actually do this. Well, he has to incorporate some cheese. He has to do something else.
Well, even when he did that against Marine King, just nothing, you know?
Oh, man.
I'm gonna chalk this one up to a very bad day for Curious.
Yeah, one of the worst days in Curious's career. Well, expect GG any second, guys.
Yeah.
This game is done. And we're going to go on to have JYP up against Marine King.
Very nice.
All right.
Curious continuing to fight off one base.
Yes.
Against a 3-base Protoss.
A little bit depressing, to say the least.
Well, you know, he just doesn't want to leave the game. As you can see on his face, completely no emotion.
All right. For real, though, we are going to have GG here. Yep, there it is.
And
well, you know what? JYP knows how to prepare against his opponent. Now he has to go up against Marine King.
Okay. Well, you know, that should be a good match, I think. JYP, I felt like, didn't play that well against MVP, but if he can bring out the games he had against Supernova, that would be something else.
I think he can beat Marine King, but you never can count Marine King out.
Yeah. Well, Curious, sorry, man. Back to Code A.
Yep.
We'll see you again soon.
Yeah, he'll be back for sure.
Yeah.
Now, do me a favor before we go on this little break. Go onto our website and submit some questions.
Yeah.
So it's either going to be what's going to be for the winner of the next match, either Marine King or JYP. So send that in so that the interview for our final best of 3 could be as good as possible.
Indeed.
It's a great way to get to humanize the players. And
That was fun.
We'll be back in 5 minutes. Stay tuned.